Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're jetting off to one of my favorite places in the whole wide world, Paris. Get ready to say oui to adventure because I'm about to take you on a whirlwind tour of the City of Lights. Now I know what you're thinking, Ellen. We've all seen the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre. But trust me folks, Paris is full of surprises, and I'm here to spill the secrets on some truly unique hidden gems. So buckle up, grab your berets. Just kidding, you don't have to wear a beret. And get ready to explore the magic of Paris with me. We're talking secret spots, cultural quirks, and must-see locations you won't find in your average travel guide. Let's go. Okay, picture this. You're at the tippy top of the Eiffel Tower, taking in the breathtaking views of Paris. The city sprawls out beneath you, a tapestry of history and culture, with the Seine River winding its way through the heart of it all. But here's something most people don't know. Hidden away up there is a secret apartment. Yes, a secret little nook that most visitors have no idea exists. Yep, you heard that right. A whole apartment. It's like a cozy little hideaway in the sky, perched high above the bustling streets of Paris. This wasn't just any pied-à-terre. This was Gustave Eiffel's personal hangout spot. The man behind the tower had his own private retreat, a place where he could escape and enjoy the fruits of his labor. Can you imagine having the best view in Paris all to yourself? The city lights twinkling below, the sounds of Parisian life drifting up to your window. He'd invite fancy friends over like Thomas Edison for tea and chats. Talk about high society living. Imagine the conversations that took place in that room, the ideas that were exchanged. Now, sadly, you can't rent out the apartment for a night. Believe me, I've checked. It's not available for sleepovers or private parties, no matter how much you might wish it were. But here's the good news. You can still peek inside. Yes, you can get a glimpse of this hidden gem during your visit. They've got it all decked out with wax figures of Mr. Eiffel and his buddies, so it's like taking a step back in time. The attention to detail is incredible, making you feel like you've been transported to another era. Just imagine, you're strolling through this charming apartment, the wind whistling outside, and you stumble upon Gustave Eiffel himself, deep in conversation with Thomas Edison. It's a surreal experience. Okay, so they're wax figures, but still, how cool is that? It's like a living history lesson, right there in front of you. It's like something out of a movie, and it's just one of the many reasons why I absolutely adore Paris. The city is full of surprises, each one more delightful than the last. It's a city full of history, charm, and those delightful little surprises that make you want to grab your camera and shout, "Ooh la la!" Every corner you turn, there's something new to discover. So next time you're scaling the heights of the Eiffel Tower, remember to keep an eye out for that secret apartment. It's a little piece of history tucked away, waiting to be discovered. It's a hidden gem that'll make you feel like you've stumbled upon one of Paris's best-kept secrets. A secret that adds another layer of magic to this already enchanting city. And hey, if you happen to see a wax figure of me up there, having tea with Gustave, don't be shy, come say bonjour. Just kidding, or am I? Who knows, maybe one day they'll add a figure of me too. Alright, let's talk about one of my absolute favorite things about Paris, the cafe culture. It's not just a place to grab a quick coffee, it's an experience, a way of life. Seriously, you haven't truly experienced Paris until you've sat at a sidewalk cafe, sipping on a café au lait, and watching the world go by. It's a moment of pure bliss, where time seems to stand still. It's like a national pastime here, and trust me, it's contagious. Once you start, you'll find yourself drawn to these charming spots again and again. You'll find Parisians of all ages, from stylish grandmothers to students scribbling in notebooks, enjoying their daily dose of cafe life. It's a beautiful mix of generations and stories, all converging in one place. And speaking of cafes, oh my goodness, you are in for a treat. Each cafe has its own charm, its own story to tell. Paris is overflowing with charming historic cafes, each with its own unique personality. Some have been around for centuries, while others are modern takes on the classic Parisian café. You've got your classic literary haunts like Café de Flore and Les Deux Magots, where famous writers like Hemingway and Simone de Beauvoir used to hang out. Imagine the conversations and ideas that have been exchanged in these iconic spots. Then there are the hidden away gems tucked into charming alleyways, just waiting to be discovered. These are the places where you can find a quiet corner and feel like you've stumbled upon a secret. My advice? Follow your nose. Let the enticing aroma of freshly brewed coffee and baked goods guide you. The aroma of freshly baked croissants and strong coffee will lead you to some true treasures. There's nothing quite like the smell of a Parisian cafe in the morning. But here's the thing about Parisian cafes. It's not just about the food and drinks. It's about soaking up the ambiance. It's about being present in the moment and enjoying the simple pleasures of life. It's about slowing down, people watching, and savoring the moment. Take a deep breath, relax, and let the world pass by as you enjoy your coffee. Order yourself a café crème, find a sunny spot on the terrace, and just relax. Let the warmth of the sun and the buzz of the city envelop you. Watch as the city unfolds before your eyes. The street musicians, the fashionable Parisians, the couples strolling hand in hand. It's a living, breathing tapestry of life. It's like a real-life movie, and you've got a front-row seat. Every moment is a scene, every person a character in this beautiful story. And hey, if you happen to strike up a conversation with a local, even better, you'll find that Parisians have fascinating stories and insights to share. Parisians are known for their chic style and air of mystery, but they can also be incredibly warm and welcoming, especially if you approach them with a smile and a bonjour. A little effort goes a long way. So grab a seat, order another croissant, you're on vacation, and let the magic of Parisian cafe culture sweep you off your feet. It's an experience you'll cherish forever. Chapter 3. Pétanque, the Parisian park game. Now let's talk about something you might not find in your typical travel guide. Pétanque. It's a game, you guys, a game that's practically a religion here in Paris. Think of it like bocce-ball, but with a French twist. You'll see groups of people, young and old, huddled together in parks and squares all over the city, tossing these metal balls with such focus and intensity, you'd think they were competing in the Olympics. But here's the beauty of pétanque. It's not just about winning or losing, it's about the camaraderie, the friendly competition, and the sheer joy of spending a sunny afternoon outdoors. And let me tell you, watching these pétanque masters at work is quite the spectacle. The way they strategize, the way they toss those balls with such precision, it's like watching a ballet of metal spheres. Now, if you're feeling adventurous, don't be shy. Join in. Parisians are usually more than happy to teach newcomers the ropes. Who knows? You might even discover a hidden talent for pétanque. And even if you don't walk away victorious, you'll have a newfound appreciation for this beloved Parisian pastime. Plus, it's a great excuse to soak up the sunshine and enjoy the beauty of Paris's many parks and gardens. So, next time you're strolling through the Tuileries Garden or the Jardin de Luxembourg, keep an eye out for a game of pétanque. You might just find yourself caught up in the excitement, cheering along with the locals. Chapter 4. Ghost Metro Riding Through Time. Hold on to your berets, folks, because we're about to dive into the mysterious and often overlooked world of Paris's ghost metro stations. Yep, you heard that right. Ghost stations. These are the hidden gems of the Paris metro system. These are stations that have been abandoned, forgotten, and frozen in time, like snapshots of a bygone era. Imagine descending into the bowels of Paris, the air thick with history and mystery, and stepping onto a platform where the trains no longer run. Spooky, right? But also incredibly cool. It's like walking into a time capsule. Each of these ghost stations has its own unique story to tell, offering a glimpse into Paris's rich and varied past. Some were closed during the tumultuous times of World War II, while others were simply deemed unnecessary as the city evolved and expanded. Now, I know what you're thinking. How on earth do we get to see these ghost stations? Are they accessible to the public? Well, my friends, you're in luck. There are indeed ways to explore these hidden parts of the metro. There are special tours that take you behind the scenes of the Paris Metro, including some of these eerie and fascinating abandoned stations. These tours are a must for any history enthusiast. You'll get to explore dusty platforms that have been untouched for decades, peek into forgotten ticket booths that once buzzed with activity, and imagine what it was like when these stations were bustling with life, filled with the hustle and bustle of daily commuters. It's like stepping back in time, a true adventure for history buffs and curious travelers alike. You get to see Paris from a completely different perspective. Just imagine, you're standing on a deserted platform, the only sound the drip-drip of water echoing through the tunnels, and you can almost hear the echoes of footsteps from the past, the murmur of conversations long gone, as if the walls themselves are whispering stories. It's enough to send shivers down your spine, but it's also a thrilling experience. But don't worry, you don't have to be a ghost hunter to appreciate the allure of these abandoned stations. They're fascinating for anyone with a love for history and adventure. They're a testament to Paris's rich history, a living museum beneath the city streets, a reminder that even in a city that's constantly evolving, the past is never truly forgotten. It's preserved in these hidden corners, waiting to be discovered. Chapter 5: The Catacombs, A Journey Below. Okay, folks, get ready for a truly unique Parisian adventure, a trip to the catacombs. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this one's not for the faint of heart. We're talking about a labyrinth of underground tunnels, home to the skeletal remains of over 6 million Parisians. Yep, you heard that right, 6 million. Back in the day, Paris had a bit of a graveyard overcrowding problem, so they decided to relocate the dearly departed to these underground tunnels. Talk about a city that knows how to make the most of its space. Now, before you get too spooked, let me assure you, the catacombs are perfectly safe and surprisingly well organized. You can take a guided tour through a small section of the tunnels, and trust me, it's an experience you won't soon forget. Imagine walking through these dimly lit tunnels, walls upon walls of carefully arranged skulls and bones, a solemn reminder of the countless lives that came before us. It's a bit eerie, sure, but also strangely beautiful and thought-provoking. It's a side of Paris you won't see on postcards, a reminder that beneath the city's glamour and romance lies a rich and sometimes macabre history. And hey, if you're a fan of spooky stuff, well, this is about as spooky as it gets. Just imagine, you're deep beneath the bustling streets of Paris, surrounded by the silent whispers of history. It's a humbling experience, to say the least, and one that will stay with you long after you've resurfaced into the Parisian sunshine. Well, there you have it, folks. 5 unique hidden gems to add to your Paris bucket list. I hope you enjoyed this little virtual adventure with me. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you're ready to pack your bags and head to Paris. And be sure to let me know in the comments which of these hidden gems you're most excited to explore. Have you ever heard of the Eiffel Tower's secret apartment? Are you brave enough to venture into the catacombs? I want to hear all about it. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you have the most magical time in the City of Lights. Bon voyage!